Did you know that a vast number of individuals across our globe still face a fundamental challenge? 2/3 of these individuals are women. This is not merely a number. It represents a significant barrier to personal development and societal progress. It highlights a profound disparity in opportunity. The journey of learning is not equally accessible to everyone. It is a power that everyone, regardless of their circumstances, deserves to access. Education is more than classrooms. It's a lifelong journey of discovery. It happens in homes, communities, and nature. It's about curiosity, critical thinking, and personal growth. Education shapes who we are and who we become. Let's explore its transformative power. Education serves as a remarkable bridge connecting us to the vast tapestry of human experience. It provides us with windows into cultures, histories, and perspectives different from our own. This exposure helps to break down stereotypes and prejudices. It fosters empathy and a deeper appreciation for human diversity. Understanding and respecting cultural differences is essential. It is key for peaceful coexistence and effective collaboration. This journey of learning about other cultures enriches our understanding. Education transforms societies, fostering civic engagement, public health, and economic growth. An educated populace is the bedrock of a thriving, progressive nation. Education strengthens communities and promotes social cohesion. It empowers citizens to participate in democracy. Education fuels progress and innovation. It creates opportunities for a better future. An invitation. Our global learning adventure begins. We stand at the threshold of an exciting journey. Our journey will be one of the mind and spirit. We will venture across continents and delve into diverse cultures. Our primary mode of transport will be curiosity. This is an invitation to see the world with fresh eyes. Let us begin this week of learning adventures together. The shadow of unequal access, a global reality. Our journey into global education must first acknowledge a difficult truth. Access to learning is not a universal right enjoyed by all. Many millions around the world face significant hurdles. These hurdles prevent them from even stepping into a classroom. Imagine vast regions where the nearest school is many miles away. Children must walk dangerous paths or cross difficult terrain. Sometimes, there are simply no schools available at all. This geographical isolation is a profound barrier. It immediately creates a divide between those who can learn and those who cannot. This is the stark reality for too many. The problem extends beyond just distance. In many developing nations, there's a severe shortage of educational infrastructure. Classrooms, if they exist, may be dilapidated and unsafe. They might lack basic necessities like desks, chairs, or even a proper roof. Learning materials such as textbooks and writing supplies can be scarce or non-existent. Furthermore, there is often a critical shortage of trained teachers. One teacher might be responsible for 100 students. This makes meaningful instruction nearly impossible. These foundational deficiencies create an environment where real learning struggles to take root. It's a systemic failure. This uneven landscape of opportunity is not accidental. It is often the result of chronic underinvestment in education. It can be due to political instability or skewed national priorities. Remote rural communities and marginalized urban areas are frequently the most affected. They are often overlooked by policymakers and development efforts. The children in these areas are born into a cycle of disadvantage. Their potential remains untapped, not due to a lack of ability, but a lack of access. This inequality of access sets the stage for a lifetime of challenges. It is a fundamental injustice we must confront. Therefore, when we discuss exploring education, we must remember these shadows. The bright promise of learning shines unevenly across our world. Recognizing this disparity is the first step. It fuels our understanding of why quality education for all is so crucial. It is not merely about building schools. It is about creating genuine opportunities. It is about ensuring every child, regardless of their birthplace or circumstances, has a fair chance to learn. This challenge of access is a core problem we will continue to explore. It affects individuals and whole communities deeply. Empty pockets, empty desks, economic chains on learning. Poverty casts a long shadow over educational aspirations. For countless families, survival takes precedence. Sending a child to school involves numerous costs: uniforms, shoes, and books. Transportation can also be a burden. These costs accumulate. They become insurmountable for low-income families. When faced with choosing between food and school supplies, the immediate need often wins. Education becomes a luxury they cannot afford. The economic pressure often forces children out of school and into labor. Millions of children are engaged in work, often in hazardous conditions. They work to supplement their family's meager income. This robs them of their childhood and their right to education. Child labor is a direct consequence of poverty. It perpetuates a cycle of deprivation. Without education, these children are likely to remain trapped in low-wage, unskilled jobs as adults. Their own children may then face the same bleak prospects. This cycle is difficult to break. Even in systems where primary education is officially free, hidden costs persist. Schools might levy unofficial fees for exams, building maintenance, or teacher support. These informal charges can be substantial for poor families. They create an invisible barrier that keeps children from attending, or it forces them to drop out prematurely. The lack of financial resources means that even if a child starts school, they may not be able to complete it. This inconsistent attendance hampers their learning significantly. The dream of education fades under the weight of constant financial worry. It is a quiet crisis unfolding daily. Addressing these economic chains requires more than just building schools. It requires comprehensive strategies to alleviate poverty. It means providing financial support for vulnerable families. This could include cash transfers conditional on school attendance. It means offering school feeding programs, which can improve nutrition and attendance. It also means making education genuinely free by eliminating all associated costs. Until these economic barriers are dismantled, the promise of education for all will remain unfulfilled. The link between poverty and lack of education is undeniable. It's a chain that must be broken for progress. The dream of education fades under the weight of constant financial worry. The link between poverty and lack of education is undeniable. It's a chain that must be broken for progress. Beyond four walls. The crisis of educational quality. Access to a school building is only the first step. What happens inside those four walls is equally, if not more, important. Sadly, for millions of children, attending school does not guarantee a meaningful education. The quality of teaching and learning can be appallingly low. Many classrooms, especially in underserved areas, are severely overcrowded. Imagine one teacher trying to manage and teach over 60 or even 100 students. Individual attention becomes impossible. Children with different learning paces or needs are inevitably left behind. This environment makes effective learning incredibly challenging. Another critical issue is the availability of qualified and motivated teachers. In many regions, teachers are poorly paid and receive inadequate training. They may lack the pedagogical skills needed to engage students effectively. They might not have a strong grasp of the subjects they are supposed to teach. Teacher absenteeism can also be a significant problem, further disrupting the learning process. Without dedicated, well-supported, and competent educators, the entire system falters. Students may spend years in school, yet they emerge without basic literacy or numeracy skills. This is a profound waste of human potential. The lack of appropriate learning resources further compounds the quality crisis. Textbooks are often scarce, outdated, or written in a language students do not fully understand. Essential materials like blackboards, chalk, maps, or science equipment may be entirely absent. Learning becomes a passive exercise of rote memorization. There is little room for critical thinking, creativity, or practical application of knowledge. This type of schooling fails to equip students with the skills they need for the 21st century. It does not prepare them for complex problem solving. It does not foster a love for lifelong learning. Therefore, the challenge is not just about getting children into school. It is about ensuring they receive a quality education once they are there. This requires investment in teacher training and professional development. It means providing adequate resources and creating supportive learning environments. Curriculum reform is also essential. Curricula must be relevant to students' lives and future needs. Monitoring learning outcomes is crucial to identify and address shortcomings. Simply put, a school without quality learning is a missed opportunity. It is a promise unfulfilled for countless young minds waiting to flourish. Invisible barriers: society, culture, and conflict. Invisible barriers obstruct education. Social norms limit opportunities for certain groups. Girls' education is often undervalued. Families may prioritize sons' education. Girls might be expected to marry young or help at home. These practices rob girls of their potential. They perpetuate gender inequality. Cultural biases are powerful and difficult to change. They create silent, formidable obstacles. Social stratification also plays a detrimental role. Marginalized children face prejudice within the education system. They may be treated poorly by teachers or bullied by other students. Their cultural backgrounds might be ignored or devalued in the curriculum. This can lead to feelings of alienation and discouragement. It ultimately results in higher dropout rates among these groups. Education should be a tool for social mobility. Instead, it can sometimes reinforce existing social hierarchies. This is a grave injustice. Conflict and instability create severe disruptions to education. In war-torn regions, schools are often damaged or occupied by armed groups. Teachers and students may be displaced or targeted. Psychological trauma affects children's ability to learn. Education becomes a casualty of war. This loss has long-lasting consequences. Rebuilding education systems is a monumental task. It requires immense resources and commitment to peace. These barriers are complex and deeply entrenched. Addressing them requires more than policy changes. It demands a shift in mindsets and societal values. It involves community engagement and awareness campaigns. It means creating safe and inclusive learning environments. These environments must be free from discrimination and violence. Overcoming these invisible walls is essential. It is key to unlocking the transformative power of education. It ensures no one is left behind. Left behind. The struggle for inclusive education. Millions of children around the world live with disabilities. These can be physical, sensory, intellectual, or learning disabilities. For these children, accessing quality education is often an immense struggle. Many education systems are not designed to accommodate their diverse needs. Inclusive education, where children with and without disabilities learn together, benefits everyone. It prepares children with disabilities for active participation in society. Inclusive education is key to making this a reality for children with disabilities. They must not be left behind. In our increasingly digital world, technology holds immense promise for transforming education. Online learning platforms, digital textbooks, and educational apps can expand access to information. They can offer personalized learning experiences and connect students and teachers across geographical boundaries. During school closures, such as those caused by pandemics, technology has been a lifeline. It has allowed some students to continue their education remotely. The potential benefits are undeniable. Technology can make learning more engaging, interactive, and relevant to the modern age. It offers tools that previous generations could only dream about. However, this promise is not evenly distributed. The rapid shift towards digital learning has also exposed and exacerbated existing inequalities. The digital divide is a stark reality. Millions of students, particularly in low-income countries and remote areas, lack access to essential technology. They may not have reliable internet connectivity. They might not own computers, tablets, or even smartphones. Electricity supplies can be unstable or non-existent. This connectivity chasm creates a new form of educational disadvantage. Students without access are effectively locked out of a growing range of learning opportunities. This widens the gap between the haves and have-nots. Even when devices and internet are available, other challenges persist. Students may lack the digital literacy skills needed to navigate online platforms effectively. Teachers may not be adequately trained to deliver engaging and effective online instruction. The quality of online educational content can vary greatly. There are also concerns about data privacy and online safety for children. Simply providing technology is not a panacea. It must be accompanied by comprehensive support. This includes training, technical assistance, and relevant, high-quality digital resources. Without this, technology risks becoming another barrier. Therefore, while embracing the potential of educational technology, we must be mindful of equity. Efforts to integrate technology into education must prioritize bridging the digital divide. This means investing in infrastructure to expand internet access. It involves providing affordable devices to underserved students. It requires developing digital literacy programs for both students and teachers. Public-private partnerships can play a role in achieving these goals. The aim should be to harness technology's power to create more inclusive and equitable learning opportunities. It should not deepen the divisions that already exist in our world. The lack of access to quality education exacts a heavy toll on individuals. It shapes their life trajectories in profound and often limiting ways. When children are denied a good education, their dreams for the future can be cruelly curtailed. Their innate talents and abilities may never be discovered or nurtured. They are less likely to develop critical thinking skills. Their capacity for creativity and innovation may remain dormant. This is a personal tragedy for each child affected. It is a loss of human potential that can never be fully recovered. Every mind is a universe of possibilities. Without adequate education, individuals face significantly diminished economic prospects. They are more likely to be unemployed or underemployed. If they find work, it is often in low-skilled, low-wage jobs with little security. They struggle to earn a decent living and provide for their families. This can lead to a lifetime of financial insecurity and dependence. The inability to break free from poverty affects not just their material well-being, it also impacts their self-esteem and sense of dignity. Education is a key ladder for upward mobility. Without it, that ladder is often missing. The consequences extend beyond economic hardship. Individuals with lower levels of education often experience poorer health outcomes. They may have less access to health information. They might make less informed decisions about nutrition and lifestyle. They may also face greater barriers to accessing quality healthcare services. Furthermore, lack of education can limit an individual's ability to participate fully in civic life. They may be less aware of their rights and responsibilities. They might feel less empowered to voice their opinions or engage in community decision-making. This can lead to social exclusion. Ultimately, the denial of education can create a cycle of disadvantage that is difficult to escape. It impacts an individual's confidence, their worldview, and their overall quality of life. The frustration of unfulfilled potential can lead to feelings of hopelessness. It can even contribute to social problems. Every person deserves the opportunity to learn, to grow, and to contribute their unique talents to the world. When this opportunity is denied, the individual suffers. But it is not just a personal loss. It is a loss for society as a whole. The unlit spark of one mind diminishes us all. The impact of educational deficiencies extends far beyond the individual. It creates ripples of disadvantage that affect entire communities and nations. When a significant portion of a population lacks quality education, societal progress is stunted. Economic development slows down. Communities with lower education levels often struggle with higher rates of unemployment and poverty. They may find it harder to attract investment or foster entrepreneurship. The workforce lacks the skills needed for innovation and growth in a globalized economy. This holds back the entire community's potential for prosperity. Social cohesion can also be undermined when educational opportunities are unequal. Disparities in education can exacerbate existing social divisions. They can fuel resentment and instability. Communities with low literacy rates may be more vulnerable to misinformation and manipulation. They might have lower levels of civic engagement and weaker democratic institutions. Education fosters critical thinking and tolerance. These are essential for building healthy, peaceful, and inclusive societies. Without a broadly educated citizenry, social problems can become more entrenched. Progress becomes much harder to achieve. Furthermore, public health challenges are often more severe in communities with low educational attainment. There may be less awareness of preventive health measures. Harmful traditional practices might persist. Child and maternal mortality rates can be higher. The overall health and well-being of the community suffer. Educated individuals are more likely to adopt healthier lifestyles. They are also more likely to seek and utilize healthcare services effectively. This benefits not only themselves, but also their families and the wider community. Education is a powerful social vaccine. Ultimately, a community's ability to adapt, innovate, and solve its own problems is deeply linked to the education of its people. When human potential is underdeveloped due to lack of education, communities miss out on vital contributions. They lose potential leaders, thinkers, artists, and problem solvers. This collective setback hinders their capacity to build a brighter future for the next generation. Investing in education is therefore not just an investment in individuals. It is an investment in the vitality, resilience, and future prosperity of the entire community. The challenges we have discussed are significant. They demand our urgent attention and concerted action. A tapestry of learning. Diverse educational philosophies worldwide. Education across the globe is a rich tapestry of diverse philosophies, deeply rooted in history, culture, and societal values. Each system tells a story about its people, reflecting unique strengths and approaches. Our journey is about understanding and appreciating these varied expressions of humanity's commitment to learning. The Nordic Light: equity, play, and holistic growth. Nordic education emphasizes equity, play, and holistic growth. High-quality education for all children is a core principle. Play is crucial for learning and development. Teachers are highly trained and trusted. The focus is on holistic growth and well-being. East Asian dedication. Striving for excellence, rooted in rigor. East Asian educational systems emphasize academic rigor and high achievement. Students perform exceptionally well in international assessments. Cultural values place a high importance on education. Hard work, discipline, and perseverance are esteemed virtues. Families make significant sacrifices for education. There is a societal belief in the power of effort, intense focus on examinations, and academic competition. High-stakes tests determine future paths. This drives a highly competitive learning environment. Many students attend after-school tutoring. This dedication raises concerns about stress and well-being. The pressure is a significant factor. Parental involvement is typically very strong. Parents play an active role in their children's studies. There is a strong societal expectation for parental involvement. Collaboration between home and school is crucial. Teachers are highly respected figures. The classroom environment is often formal and teacher-centered. Respect for authority is a cultural norm. Ongoing reforms aim to foster creativity and critical thinking. Educators explore ways to reduce examination pressure. Balancing academic rigor with innovation is key. These systems are constantly evolving, maintaining strengths while addressing emerging needs. Ancient wisdom, modern relevance, indigenous knowledge systems. Beyond the formal, state-sanctioned education systems, there exists a vast and often overlooked world of indigenous knowledge. For millennia, indigenous communities across the globe have developed sophisticated ways of understanding the world and transmitting vital skills, values, and wisdom from one generation to the next. These knowledge systems are deeply intertwined with their cultures, languages, and spiritual beliefs. They're often based on a profound connection to the natural environment. Learning is not confined to a classroom. It happens through direct experience, observation, and participation in community life. This is a holistic approach. Storytelling plays a central role in many indigenous educational traditions. Elders share myths, legends, and historical accounts that convey important moral lessons, cultural values, and practical knowledge about the local ecosystem. These narratives are not mere entertainment. They are powerful pedagogical tools that shape identity, build community, and transmit essential survival skills. Apprenticeship is another common method of learning. Young people learn by working alongside skilled adults, mastering traditional crafts, hunting techniques, farming practices, or healing arts. This hands-on, experiential learning is highly effective. It ensures the continuity of cultural heritage. Indigenous knowledge systems often emphasize a holistic worldview, where humans are seen as part of an interconnected web of life. There is a strong focus on sustainability, respect for nature, and living in harmony with the environment. This wisdom holds particular relevance today as the world grapples with ecological crises. Many indigenous communities possess deep understanding of local biodiversity, traditional medicine, and sustainable resource management. Recognizing and valuing this knowledge can offer crucial insights for addressing contemporary challenges. It is a rich source of solutions. Unfortunately, indigenous knowledge systems have often been marginalized or suppressed by dominant cultures and colonial education systems. There is a growing movement to revitalize and protect this invaluable heritage. Efforts are underway to integrate indigenous perspectives into formal education, develop culturally relevant curricula, and support community-led learning initiatives. This not only empowers indigenous communities, but also enriches the broader understanding of what education can be. It reminds us that learning takes many forms. It affirms that diverse ways of knowing contribute to the collective wisdom of humanity. Sparks of genius. Innovative educational models in practice. Around the world, educators and communities are constantly experimenting with new and innovative approaches to learning. These models often challenge traditional notions of schooling. They seek to create more engaging, relevant, and empowering educational experiences for students. One such approach is project-based learning, or PBL. In PBL, students gain knowledge and skills by working for an extended period to investigate and respond to an authentic, engaging, and complex question, problem, or challenge. This method fosters critical thinking, collaboration, and creativity. It connects learning to real-world contexts, making it more meaningful. Another fascinating example is the concept of democratic schools. These schools operate on principles of self-governance and shared decision-making. Students and staff often have an equal say in how the school is run, including curriculum development, rulemaking, and conflict resolution. The emphasis is on fostering responsibility, autonomy, and active citizenship. Sudbury Valley School in the United States is a well-known example of this model. Students are free to pursue their own interests at their own pace, with the belief that genuine learning arises from intrinsic motivation. This model trusts the learner implicitly. Schools focused on sustainability and environmental education are also gaining prominence. These institutions integrate ecological principles and practices into every aspect of their curriculum and operations. Students learn about environmental stewardship through hands-on activities. These may include gardening, waste reduction programs, renewable energy projects, and ecological restoration. The goal is to cultivate a deep understanding of environmental issues. It aims to empower students to become agents of positive change for a more sustainable future. Examples can be found from green schools in Bali to forest kindergartens in Europe. Furthermore, some innovative programs specifically target marginalized or underserved populations using education as a tool for social transformation. For instance, organizations like Barefoot College in India train rural women, many of whom are illiterate, to become solar engineers, dentists, and water technicians. This empowers them to bring essential services to their communities. These diverse examples highlight a global trend towards more personalized, experiential, and purpose-driven education. They demonstrate that there are many paths to effective learning. They show that innovation can flourish in varied contexts. The creative core. Arts and imagination in global classrooms. Arts foster imagination, emotional expression, and cultural understanding. They nurture creativity and empathy. However, arts are often sidelined in favor of STEM. This imbalance can stifle creativity. Integrating arts cultivates curiosity and collaboration. It enhances learning in other subjects. Arts education is crucial for a holistic education. Digital doorways. Technology. Weaving a web of global learning. Technology reshapes education, connecting students globally. Digital tools foster cross-cultural communication and collaboration. MOOCs democratize access to higher education. Language apps enable direct cultural communication. Virtual tours and online libraries enrich learning. Teachers share resources globally, enhancing education. Equitable tech access and digital literacy are crucial. Thoughtful tech use weaves a web of global learning. Classroom cultures. Understanding teacher-student interactions globally. Teacher-student dynamics vary globally, shaped by cultural norms. Some cultures emphasize hierarchy and respect. Others foster open discussion. Communication styles also differ, impacting classroom interactions. Cultural sensitivity is crucial for effective teaching. Adapting methods makes learning inclusive and meaningful. Shared horizons. Weaving together global educational insights. Our journey through diverse educational systems reveals a fascinating spectrum of approaches. From play-based learning in Nordic countries to rigorous systems in East Asia and nature-connected wisdom of indigenous traditions, there's much to learn. No single system holds all the answers. By exploring these varied landscapes, we gather valuable insights. These insights help us reflect on our own practices and consider new possibilities for fostering learning and growth. This is a process of collective enrichment. One key takeaway is the universal importance of dedicated and well-supported teachers. Regardless of the specific philosophy or curriculum, the quality of teaching is a critical factor in student success. Investing in teacher training, professional development, and creating conditions where educators feel valued and empowered is essential everywhere. Another recurring theme is the need for education to be relevant and engaging for learners. Whether through project-based learning, arts integration, or connecting with local culture and environment, making learning meaningful sparks curiosity and fosters a lifelong love for knowledge. This is a common thread across successful models. The role of technology, while complex, offers significant potential to bridge gaps and connect learners globally, provided it is implemented equitably and thoughtfully. Furthermore, the exploration of different cultural approaches to classroom interaction and student well-being reminds us that education is a deeply human endeavor. It must consider the whole child, including their social, emotional, and physical development, not just their academic achievement. There is a growing global consensus on the need for more holistic and balanced educational approaches. This is a positive trend for learners worldwide. Ultimately, by looking beyond our own borders and engaging with the diverse world of education, we can begin to weave together a more comprehensive and nuanced understanding. This global perspective allows us to appreciate the shared challenges we face. It also helps us to celebrate the innovative solutions being developed worldwide. The goal is not to simply copy models from one context to another. Instead, it is to adapt and integrate the most promising ideas to create educational experiences that are more equitable, effective, and empowering for all. Our shared horizon is a future where every individual has the opportunity to reach their full potential through education. In a quiet corner of the world, nestled among rolling hills, lay the small village of Samira. Life here moved at the pace of the seasons. The sun dictated the rhythm of the day. Resources were scarce, and opportunities even scarcer. For young Aisha, her world was confined by the familiar sights of her village. She knew the dusty paths, the communal well, and the small, sun-baked huts. The nearest town was a day's walk away. The concept of a school, with books and learning, was a distant rumor. Her community valued tradition and hard work. Education, especially for girls, was not seen as a priority. Aisha's family, like most in Samira, struggled daily to make ends meet. Her father worked tirelessly on their small plot of land. The yields were often meager, dependent on unpredictable rains. Her mother managed the household, a demanding task with little respite. Aisha, being one of the older children, had numerous chores. She helped fetch water before dawn. She assisted with looking after her younger siblings. She learned to grind grain and prepare simple meals. Her hands were already accustomed to labor. Her future, it seemed, was already mapped out. It would mirror the lives of her mother and the other women in the village. The expectations for girls in Samira were clear and unyielding. Their value was often measured by their ability to contribute to household duties. The world of ideas, of books, of asking why, was not considered their domain. Many believed that educating a girl was like watering a neighbor's plant. Aisha heard these sentiments expressed often. She saw her older female cousins leave their homes young. She saw the limited scope of their lives, and a quiet unease began to stir within her young heart. Despite the confines of her world, Aisha possessed an insatiable curiosity. She would watch the birds with keen interest, wondering where they flew. She would listen intently to the stories told by the village elders, hungry for any glimpse of the world beyond Samira. She often looked at the faded packaging of goods that occasionally made their way to the village, puzzling over the strange symbols printed on them. This innate desire to understand, to know more, was a small, flickering flame within her. It was a silent yearning for something she could not yet name. It was a hope for a different kind of future, one that seemed impossibly out of reach in her unseen village. One day, a stranger arrived in Samira. His name was Mr. Hassan, a teacher with a small bag of books and a heart full of hope. Sent by a non-profit, he aimed to bring education to remote communities. He proposed a makeshift school under the large acacia tree. Aisha heard whispers of the new teacher and his strange proposal. Her heart beat faster with excitement and trepidation. She saw Mr. Hassan from a distance, his kind eyes and careful handling of books. She longed to learn the secrets they held. This was her chance, and she was determined to seize it. Aisha's decision to attend Mr. Hassan's makeshift school marked the beginning of a challenging journey. The path to the acacia tree, though short in distance, was laden with obstacles. Her daily chores remained. She had to wake even earlier, before the first light of dawn, to fetch water and help prepare the morning meal. Only then could she rush to the tree, often arriving just as lessons began. In the afternoons, more work awaited her, leaving little time for reviewing what she had learned, or for simply being a child. The physical exhaustion was constant, a heavy weight on her young shoulders, but the hunger to learn kept her going. Beyond the practical difficulties, Aisha faced significant social pressure. Some villagers openly disapproved of her attending the school. They would whisper as she passed, their words sometimes reaching her ears. A girl her age should be learning to keep a home, not filling her head with useless scribbles, one might say. Yet, through all these challenges, Aisha persevered. Helping hands, mentorship, and support. While many were skeptical, Aisha was not entirely alone in her quest for education. Mr. Hassan, the teacher, quickly recognized the bright spark of intelligence and determination in her eyes. He saw her consistent effort, her eagerness to learn, despite the difficulties she faced. He often stayed a few extra minutes after the informal classes to answer her questions. He would lend her his own precious books for short periods, encouraging her to practice reading. His quiet belief in her abilities became a vital source of strength for Aisha. Within her own family, an unexpected ally emerged in her grandmother. Old Naima had seen many seasons come and go in Samira. While she was a woman of tradition, she also possessed a quiet wisdom and an open mind. She had noticed Aisha's unusual thirst for knowledge and the sacrifices she was making. Naima would sometimes cover for Aisha's chores, allowing her a little extra time for her studies. Her grandmother's silent approval and small acts of support provided a crucial buffer against the doubts of others in the family. This network of support, however informal, played a critical role in helping Aisha stay on her educational path. The seeds of change. Learning takes root. Slowly but surely, Aisha began to master the rudiments of reading and writing. The strange symbols that once puzzled her on discarded packaging now began to make sense. Each letter she learned, each word she could sound out, was a triumph. She practiced diligently, scratching letters in the dust with a stick when paper was unavailable. Mr. Hassan taught her to form sentences, to express her thoughts in writing. The world of written language, once a locked door, was slowly creaking open. With her newfound ability to read, Aisha's world expanded exponentially. The few tattered books Mr. Hassan possessed became her most treasured possessions. During the brief moments she could borrow them, she read stories of faraway lands, of different people, of incredible inventions. These narratives opened her mind to possibilities she had never conceived of before. Her initial shyness started to give way to a quiet confidence. She began to ask more questions in Mr. Hassan's class, eager to understand things more deeply. The first bloom, a significant achievement. As months turned into a year, Mr. Hassan decided to organize a small assessment for his students. It was not a formal examination in the traditional sense, but a way to gauge their progress and celebrate their learning. He prepared simple reading, writing, and arithmetic tasks. For Aisha, this was a chance to demonstrate what she had so diligently absorbed. She approached the tasks with a mixture of nervousness and focused determination. She carefully formed her letters, read the passages aloud with clarity, and solved the sums with growing confidence. When Mr. Hassan announced the results to the small group of students and a few curious onlookers, Aisha's name was at the top. She had not only performed exceptionally well, but had shown a deep understanding that surprised even the teacher. This moment, simple as it was, became a significant achievement for her. It was the first formal recognition of her hard work and her intellectual capabilities. A wave of pride washed over her, a feeling so new and powerful. This achievement resonated beyond Aisha herself. Ripples of impact, transforming her family. Aisha's growing knowledge and confidence soon began to create tangible, positive changes within her own family. Her ability to read became invaluable. She could decipher the instructions on medicine packets when her younger siblings fell ill, ensuring they received the correct dosage. This was a small but critical intervention that improved their health. She could read official notices that occasionally arrived in the village, helping her parents understand important community information or government programs they might otherwise have missed. Her literacy was like a new pair of eyes for the entire household, allowing them to navigate the world with greater awareness. Her understanding of basic arithmetic also proved beneficial. Aisha started helping her mother keep track of household expenses and the small income from selling crafts or surplus produce. She could ensure they were getting fair prices and were not being cheated in simple transactions. This brought a new level of order and transparency to their meager finances. Her father, initially resistant, began to consult her when buying seeds or fertilizer, impressed by her ability to compare prices and calculate quantities. The most profound transformation, however, was in her parents' attitudes, particularly towards girls' education. The widening circle, inspiring a community. Aisha's story did not remain confined to her family. Her dedication and her visible progress became a powerful source of inspiration for other young girls in Samira. Many had watched her from a distance, witnessing her struggles and her quiet triumphs. They saw her reading, writing, and speaking with a newfound confidence. Her example showed them that education was not an impossible dream, but an attainable reality, even for girls in their village. Slowly, a few more girls started to approach Mr. Hassan, timidly asking if they too could join the lessons under the acacia tree. Aisha's courage had paved the way for them. Seeing the growing interest and recognizing the need, Aisha, with Mr. Hassan's encouragement, took a remarkable step. She decided to share what she had learned. In the late afternoons, after her own lessons and chores, she began to gather a small group of younger children, mostly girls, who couldn't attend the main class, and started teaching them basic literacy and numeracy. Using sticks in the sand and pebbles for counting, she replicated the methods Mr. Hassan had used with her. This small, informal learning circle became a beacon of hope, a testament to Aisha's generosity and her belief in the power of shared knowledge. The tangible benefits of education, as demonstrated by Aisha and the growing number of children attending school, began to subtly shift the community's overall attitude. The Unfolding Horizon. Education's Enduring Power. Aisha's journey did not end with her initial achievements in Samira. Her thirst for knowledge, once awakened, continued to grow. With support, she secured a scholarship to attend a secondary school in a larger town. This opened up a vast new horizon of learning and opportunity. She faced new challenges, but was equipped with resilience and belief in education. She excelled in her studies, absorbing new information and ideas. Aisha's story is a powerful testament to the transformative power of education. It illustrates how access to learning can unlock human potential. Her journey from a young girl to a confident, educated young woman is a narrative of hope and empowerment. Education fosters critical thinking, builds self-esteem, and enables individuals to rewrite their destinies. It gives them the tools to dream bigger and achieve those dreams. Aisha's story connects to the broader themes we have explored. Education can break cycles of poverty, challenge social norms, and empower individuals. The spark of learning in one individual can ignite a flame that spreads. The transformation in Samira demonstrates the societal impact of investing in human capital. Each educated child contributes to a stronger, more resilient society. Aisha's unfolding horizon symbolizes the enduring power and promise of education. Her story echoes the experience of millions whose lives have been changed by learning. Behind every statistic about literacy or school enrollment, there are human stories of struggle, perseverance, and triumph. As we explore the world through education, let us carry Aisha's spirit with us. The simple act of opening a book or teaching a child to write can begin an extraordinary journey, transforming lives and the world. Our week-long exploration of the world through education has now drawn to a close. We embarked on this journey with a shared curiosity. We wanted to understand the diverse ways knowledge is sought and shared across cultures. We have traveled virtually across continents. We have peeked into different classrooms, communities, and learning philosophies. The sheer breadth of human experience in education has been both humbling and inspiring. This journey was designed to open our minds. It aimed to show us the multifaceted nature of learning. It was an adventure into the heart of human development itself. We began by acknowledging some startling truths. Millions around our globe still lack access to basic literacy. This was highlighted in our initial look at global statistics. We then delved into the profound challenges that obstruct the path to learning. These include economic hardships that force children from classrooms. We saw the crisis in educational quality in many regions. We also confronted invisible barriers like social discrimination and the devastating impact of conflict. These are not mere abstract issues. They represent daily struggles for countless individuals. They're hurdles that deny basic human dignity and opportunity. Our exploration then shifted to the vibrant tapestry of educational practices worldwide. We witnessed the Nordic emphasis on equity and play. We observed the dedication to rigor in many East Asian systems. We learned about the ancient wisdom embedded in indigenous knowledge traditions. We also saw sparks of genius in innovative educational models. These diverse approaches showed us that there are many paths to nurturing young minds. Technology's role as a connector and an enabler was also examined. Each system offered unique insights into how societies cultivate learning and transmit values. This diversity is a source of strength. Finally, we were moved by the compelling story of Aisha. Her journey from an unseen village to a young woman empowered by education was a key moment. Her struggles, her perseverance, and the support she received illuminated the core themes of our exploration. Aisha's story made the statistics and the challenges deeply personal. It demonstrated the incredible transformative power of education. It showed how one individual's access to learning can ripple outwards. It can change families and even inspire entire communities. Her story is a beacon of hope and a testament to the human spirit. Education is the master key that unlocks human potential. It opens doors, cultivates skills, and nurtures creativity. Education transforms lives, enabling growth and contribution. Investing in education is investing in humanity itself. The impact of education extends far beyond the personal realm. It is a powerful force that shapes and strengthens entire societies. Our exploration highlighted how an educated populace forms the bedrock of a thriving community. When individuals are educated, they are more likely to be engaged citizens. They participate in democratic processes. They contribute to community development. They understand their rights and responsibilities more clearly. This active participation is vital for healthy, functioning societies. It ensures that diverse voices are heard and considered in shaping the collective future. We have also seen the strong connections between education levels and key societal indicators. Educated populations tend to enjoy better public health outcomes. Individuals with more schooling make more informed health choices for themselves and their families. This leads to lower rates of disease and improved overall well-being. Similarly, education fuels economic development. It cultivates a skilled workforce capable of innovation and adaptation. Societies that prioritize education are better positioned for sustainable economic growth. They can create more opportunities and higher living standards for their citizens. This link is undeniable. Furthermore, education plays a crucial role in promoting social cohesion and reducing inequality. It can be a powerful tool for breaking down barriers between different groups. It fosters tolerance, understanding, and respect for diversity. By providing opportunities for social mobility, education helps to create more equitable societies. It challenges discriminatory norms and practices. It empowers marginalized communities to advocate for their rights. In a world often marked by division, education builds bridges. It nurtures the values necessary for peaceful coexistence and collaborative problem-solving on a global scale. Ultimately, a societal commitment to universal quality education is an investment in a better future for all. It is essential for tackling complex global challenges. These include poverty, climate change, public health crises, and conflict. An educated citizenry is better equipped to understand these issues. It is more capable of developing and implementing sustainable solutions. Education empowers societies to be more resilient, more innovative, and more just. It is not merely a social service. It is a fundamental driver of progress and a cornerstone of sustainable development for every nation. The Tapestry Re-examined. Lessons from diverse approaches. Our journey through the world's educational landscapes revealed a rich tapestry of philosophies and practices. We saw the Nordic emphasis on holistic child development and equitable access. We observed the East Asian dedication to academic rigor and parental involvement. We learned from the deep ecological wisdom embedded in indigenous knowledge systems. We were inspired by innovative models that prioritize project-based learning, democratic principles, or sustainability. This diversity itself is a profound lesson. It shows us there is no single best way to educate. Context and culture shape learning profoundly. From this varied tapestry, we can draw valuable insights. The importance of well-trained, respected, and motivated teachers emerged as a universal theme. The Nordic focus on play and well-being reminds us that learning should be joyful and support the whole child. East Asian systems highlight the power of high expectations and strong family-school partnerships. Indigenous traditions underscore the value of experiential learning and connection to community and environment. Innovative schools demonstrate the potential of creativity, student agency, and real-world problem-solving. Each thread offers something precious to consider. It is crucial, however, to approach these global insights with wisdom. The goal is not to simply replicate models from one culture directly onto another. Educational systems are deeply embedded in their societal contexts. What works effectively in one place may not work in another without careful adaptation. Instead, the value lies in understanding the underlying principles. We can then reflect on how these principles might inform and enrich our own approaches. This process is about thoughtful integration and innovation. It is not about standardization or the imposition of foreign ideals on local realities. This global exploration encourages a critical re-examination of our own educational beliefs and practices. It prompts us to ask important questions. Are our systems truly equitable? Do they nurture creativity alongside knowledge? Are they preparing students for the complexities of the future? By learning from the successes and challenges of others, we can identify areas for improvement. We can strive to create learning environments that are more engaging, more relevant, and more empowering for all. This journey of continuous learning and improvement is essential for educators and learners alike. The unfinished chapter, addressing persistent challenges. The journey towards quality education for all is an unfinished chapter. Millions of children, particularly girls, those with disabilities, and those in poverty, remain excluded. This requires our unwavering attention and robust global solidarity. We must ensure meaningful education for all. This unfinished chapter calls for perseverance, creativity, and a collective commitment. Education is a fundamental human right and our most powerful tool for a just world. The power of narrative. Inspiration from a single story. Aisha's journey from a remote village to a confident learner brought abstract concepts to life. Her story illustrated the profound impact of education on an individual. It showed the human face behind the numbers and policies. Personal stories like Aisha's inspire action and change perspectives. They build empathy and connect with our emotions. Aisha's story encourages us to support educational initiatives. Our shared voyage forward. The lifelong quest for knowledge. Education is a lifelong quest, a continuous process of discovery and growth. It fuels curiosity and encourages engagement with the world. It fosters empathy, collaboration, and understanding across cultures. Education is the most powerful instrument for personal and societal progress. Let us champion the cause of education and embrace its lifelong adventure. Your voice matters. Share your educational journey. Our exploration of global education has been a shared experience. Now, we invite you to add your unique voice to this ongoing conversation. Think about your own journey through learning. What moments stand out for you? Perhaps it was a special teacher who saw your potential. Maybe it was a challenge you overcame that taught you resilience. Your educational path, with its twists and turns, holds valuable insights. These personal stories are powerful. They reflect the diverse ways we all learn and grow. Sharing them can illuminate new paths for others. We encourage you to take a moment to reflect. What has education meant to you? Did a particular subject ignite your passion? Was there a learning environment where you truly thrived? Or perhaps you faced obstacles that shaped your understanding of education's importance. These experiences, both positive and challenging, contribute to a richer understanding of what education truly is. Your narrative could be a source of comfort or inspiration for someone else. It might encourage another person to pursue their own learning goals. Every single story adds another vital thread to our collective tapestry of knowledge. Why is sharing your journey so important? Each story brings a fresh perspective. It helps us see beyond our own experiences. It builds a sense of community among learners from all walks of life. When we share, we connect. We learn from each other's successes and setbacks. This collective wisdom can help us all to better understand the complexities of education. It can also highlight common themes and shared aspirations. Your unique experience might hold the key to an idea or a solution that others have been seeking. It is a way to contribute actively. Your story has the power to inspire. It can motivate someone who is facing difficulties in their own educational pursuits. It can encourage an educator looking for new ways to connect with students. It can even influence policymakers by providing real-world examples of what works and what doesn't. Do not underestimate the impact of your personal account. We invite you to share your educational journey in the comments below. Let your experiences contribute to this growing global dialogue. Let us learn from you and with you. Your voice truly matters in this. Suggest future adventures. What aspects of education spark your curiosity? Your suggestions shape our future content. Share your ideas in the comments. Let's plan our next journey together. Join the conversation, engage, and connect. Sharing your own story and suggesting topics are wonderful ways to contribute. We also warmly invite you to engage more deeply with the content and with each other. This platform is designed to be a space for lively discussion and thoughtful exchange. What are your thoughts on the educational models we explored? Did Aisha's resilience resonate with you? Do you have different perspectives on the challenges and opportunities in global education? Your comments and reflections can enrich the learning experience for everyone involved in this growing community. Let's talk about these important ideas. We encourage you to read what others have shared. Respond to their comments respectfully. Ask questions. Offer your own insights. A healthy dialogue involves listening as much as speaking. By engaging with diverse viewpoints, we can all deepen our understanding. We can challenge our own assumptions. We can discover new ways of thinking about complex issues. This is a vital part of the learning process itself. Let this space be a forum for constructive conversations. Let it be a place where different ideas can meet and interact in a positive way. The value of this community lies in its diversity. Each person brings their unique background, experiences, and perspectives. This variety is a strength. When we engage with others, we learn to see the world through different lenses. This can foster greater empathy and understanding. It can also spark new connections and collaborations. You might find someone who shares your passion for a particular educational approach. You might connect with someone who has faced similar challenges. These interactions can be incredibly enriching and supportive for everyone. So, do not hesitate to join the conversation. Your comments, questions, and insights are highly valued. Let us build a supportive and engaging community dedicated to exploring the world through education. Share your reactions to the stories and information presented. Discuss the ideas that challenge or inspire you. Let's create a dynamic exchange that helps us all to learn and grow together. Your active participation helps to make this a truly interactive and meaningful exploration for all. We are eager to hear your thoughts on these matters. Become a lifelong learner. Resources for your path. Our week of focused exploration may be ending, but your personal journey of learning can continue indefinitely. Education is not confined to a single course or a specific period of life. It is a lifelong adventure. We encourage you to cultivate a mindset of continuous curiosity and discovery. There are countless resources available to help you delve deeper into the fascinating world of global education. Seek them out, explore them, let them expand your understanding and inspire your own growth. The quest for knowledge is always rewarding. Consider exploring documentaries that showcase different educational systems or inspiring stories of transformation. Many books offer profound insights into educational philosophy, innovation, and challenges around the world. Online platforms provide access to courses from leading universities and experts on a vast array of topics related to education. You could also explore cultural exchange programs, either virtually or in person, to gain first-hand experience of different learning environments. These resources can open new windows to the world for you. They can provide fresh perspectives on familiar topics. Adopting a mindset of lifelong learning means staying open to new information. It means being willing to ask questions and to challenge your own assumptions. It means seeking out diverse perspectives and being comfortable with complexity. This approach to learning will not only enrich your personal life, it will also make you a more informed and engaged citizen of the world. In a rapidly changing global landscape, the ability to learn and adapt continuously is an invaluable asset. It is a skill that will serve you well in all areas of your life. We hope that our exploration this week has ignited or rekindled your passion for learning. We encourage you to take the next steps on your own educational path. Identify areas that particularly interest you. Seek out resources that can help you explore those areas further. Most importantly, embrace the joy of discovery. Education is a journey, not a destination. There is always something new to learn, something new to understand. Let this be the start of your continued adventure in the vast and exciting world of knowledge. Keep that flame of curiosity alive. Spread the spark. Advocate for education everywhere. The knowledge and inspiration gained from exploring global education can extend beyond personal growth. It can fuel a desire to make a difference. We encourage you to consider how you might become an advocate for education. You can champion this cause in your own community and even globally. The challenges of access, quality, and equity in education are significant. They require collective action. Your voice and your efforts, no matter how small they may seem, can contribute to positive change. Every action can help to spread the spark of learning. There are many ways to advocate for education. You could support local schools or educational nonprofits through volunteering your time or resources. You could raise awareness among your friends, family, and colleagues about the importance of education for all. Sharing stories like Aisha's can be a powerful way to highlight the transformative impact of learning. You might also choose to engage with policymakers. You can advocate for policies that promote equitable access to quality education. Even small actions, when multiplied, can create a significant impact. Remember the challenges we discussed throughout our journey. Think of the children who lack access to schools. Consider the communities struggling with poor educational quality. Reflect on the need for inclusive education for every child. Your advocacy can help to shine a light on these issues. It can contribute to building a world where every individual has the opportunity to reach their full potential through learning. This is a powerful way to translate inspiration into meaningful action. It connects your learning to a broader purpose. The power to create change often begins with individual commitment. By becoming an advocate for education, you join a global movement of people who believe in its transformative power. You contribute to a future where knowledge and opportunity are more equitably shared. Let the insights from our exploration inspire you to take an active role. Spread the spark of learning. Help to ensure that the light of education reaches every corner of our world. Your efforts can help to write a more hopeful chapter for learners everywhere. Stay connected, subscribe, and continue the adventure. Our exploration of global education this week has been a rich and rewarding experience. We hope you have found it as inspiring and informative as we have. This is, however, just the beginning of a much larger conversation. We plan to continue sharing stories, insights, and explorations into the diverse world of education. To ensure you do not miss out on our future adventures, we warmly invite you to subscribe to our channel. By subscribing, you become part of our growing community of lifelong learners. You join us on this continuing quest. When you subscribe, you can expect more content designed to broaden your understanding of education. We will delve into specific educational models that are making a difference. We will share more compelling stories of individuals and communities transformed by learning. We will also explore innovative solutions to the challenges facing education today. Our commitment is to provide content that is not only informative, but also engaging and thought-provoking. We aim to spark your curiosity and encourage your own journey of discovery. We want to keep this important dialogue alive and well. This platform is more than just a source of information. It is a space for connection, for sharing, and for collective growth. By subscribing, you help us build this community. You ensure that these important conversations about education continue to reach a wider audience. Your support enables us to keep creating content that champions the power of learning. It helps us to highlight the importance of education for personal development and societal progress. We are excited about the future explorations we can undertake, guided by your interests and feedback. Thank you for joining us on this week's journey into the world of education. We hope it has been a meaningful experience for you. The power of shared knowledge is immense. Together, as a community of curious and engaged learners, we can continue to explore, to understand, and to advocate for a world where education empowers every individual. Subscribe today and let us continue this inspiring adventure together. The next chapter of our global learning voyage awaits your participation. Let's keep exploring the world through education.